Notice the huge EF reading there? My skin is burning. I just got a pulse on the back and the chest that caused me to hiccup. Another one. That was a 10. That was the that's it right there. Another one. 1800. And the RF went up as well. That's the hand. Take the hand away. Every time that RF reading pulses up, that's a scan. So I just got another one, and I hiccup. There was a hiccup. Another one. 864, there you go. And there is the reading of my hand, because the hand is being pulsed as well. See the RF reading went up there? Oh, actually dropped. And that's because my hand is shielding, I'm suspecting. It's shielding the detector. Take the hand away and the RF goes up. Put the hand back on and the RF goes down. Take the hand away, which makes me believe that the RF signals are coming from above because the sensor is here. Take the hand away. Put the hand back on. Put the hand on. Oops. I'm trying to keep the detector as close as possible to me while I eat. Put the hand on. I just got another pulse. I'm not allowed to eat, somebody says outside the window. The black people took me away. There you go. There you go. 25. That's the pulse. There's a comment that was made outside the window by some Chinese people that Rick has the account and Rick already tried to kill me at the company that I was working at, and I ended up in emergency with these burning sensations in my chest, and I passed out. So Rick is working with PK. Rick and PK is the same network, and PK solicited me and harassed me sexually on the phone. So Rick is stalking me. PK says he's working with the government, quote unquote. So Rick must be working for, quote unquote, the government as well. And the connection to the government is the name STIP. STIP is extending. The Chinese people are constantly talking about him, extending the contracts for the residents of 25 Bamberg Circle. And the reports that's being used to extend is also being used by the Chinese traffickers like PK in the building to hit me with these microwaves, microwave technology, and these increased microwave signals. That's how it works. Now, decisions are being made for me by this committee at 25 Bamberg Circle, driven by the Chinese traffickers, who has the contract with the wider network known as the New World Order. So decisions are being made for me by members of my family who's taken part in this, and who also have contracts on me. Just like decisions are being made for us right now with COVID-19. And just like this experiment is being based on lies, because everything that's being said about me are lies based on frames and setups. They're lies, out and out lies. I was never a prostitute. I'm not a prostitute, but I'm being remotely passed around and painted as one. The Chinese traffickers are using invasive technology, body penetrating technology to rape, to affect your mind, to affect your moods, to affect your brainwave patterns. So this is all covered up by the lies, making you, labeling you as mentally ill when you talk about what's going on. Well, this is exactly what's going on with COVID-19. I read on a conspiracy website that the COVID-19 virus is actually killing off Chinese men faster than anybody else. Now, whether that's true or not, I suspect that part of the reason is that the Chinese people don't follow the rules. They do what they want no matter what. The rules, they make the rules, but they don't follow them. And it's not a racist comment, it's based on observation. So that's probably one of the reasons why the virus is spreading, because they don't keep their distance and it's not isolated and so on. The other theory is that the virus is DNA based. So who knows? These are conspiracies. But one of the things that I observe personally is that a lot of the Chinese people who comes into the loading dock do not stay 6 feet away. They are not keeping their distance from each other. So that's one of the major reasons why it's being spread, and why I think that all the Chinese in Markham should be tested. Every single one of them. And everybody who comes in contact with them. So these are the people who are calling the cops on me saying, gee, something is wrong with me. But these are the people who are driving the trafficking and driving the illegal activity in the building. It's not racist to say that the Chinese people are trafficking because they are openly talking about it outside the window. There's nothing racist in saying that there are Chinese traffickers in a predominantly Chinese area who's trafficking, engaging in illegal activity and risky behavior, spreading the COVID virus. That's not racist. They're absoluting something, PK and his friends are absoluting something that is not true. This is bypassing the system and undermining the legal system. Well, this is exactly what is going on with COVID-19. The numbers are being bumped up, and I suspect that directed energy weapons are being used to do that, because as I'm being scanned right now, immediately my nose starts running. The scanning will increase my temperature, my blood pressure, my heart rate. And if it goes on long enough, it will affect your lungs, and it will inflame your throat. All these things are symptoms of COVID-19. So you can give somebody, quote unquote, the virus by using directed energy weapons. You have all the symptoms. The symptoms, the flu-like symptoms, is a sign of being raped if directed energy weapons are being used. So you asked the question, is it COVID-19 in all the cases? Or is it that the people who are getting the symptoms of COVID-19 and who are carrying around coronavirus, which all of us do, are they being raped with this technology? Are they rape victims, or are they COVID-19 victims? Because I am being raped. Glad the Chinese woman upstairs and myself have the same sleeping schedule. As soon as I go to bed, she starts making noises about, as she logs on to me with these signals. So is it COVID-19 all the time? And yes, absolutely, the virus is real. But is it being used as a cover to harass people and kill them off selectively, to manipulate the figures, produce fear and panic? Because these numbers didn't yet go up to common flu numbers. They are lower than the number of people who are dying is lower than the common cold. What is interesting to me is how fast they're dying. And the only thing that could accelerate these, the only factor that I know of, that from my observation and my experience with directed energy weapons and PK and the Chinese traffickers in the building, that these symptoms can be accelerated overnight. They can give you a cold overnight. They could give you asthma overnight. And in fact, they can give you asthma in a minute. They can collapse your lungs, collapse your heart, decrease your blood flow with these technologies. They can give you pneumonia with these technologies overnight, and you'll be dead. So if you get pneumonia and you go to the doctor and you get on a ventilator, well, there's a cover to kill you off, because these beams can reach into the hospitals. All right, they are used in the hospitals by criminals. I was hit in the hospital beside my brother, who was dying in the bed next to me. So I know for a fact that these beams are used in hospitals. I'm not sure whether the hospital is just like 25 Bamberg Circle have these technologies around it or in it. The hospitals could have technologies in it or around it, and apparently cell phones and boosted antennas could be used to focus these beams. So you asked the question. Ask the question, is it always COVID-19? Or is it a combination of COVID-19 and directed energy weapons? And right now my breast is being hit. You saw that number go up there? That was my breast being hit. So conspiracy theory or fact? Everybody knows that Omar Rampersad at 25 Bamberg Circle is a target. Everybody knows that there are committees formed anywhere Omar Rampersad is, including the workplace, that makes decisions for me. Everybody knows that there are disciplining actions taken using directed energy weapons. Everybody knows. Just take this experiment and apply it on a global basis. Everybody knows that there is a cover. There's always a cover for what is being done. Everybody knows that. So is COVID-19 a cover for the use of directed energy weapons on a global scale, individually and in a certain area, each area at a time? So you move the experiment area to area to area, city to city, kill off 1,000, kill off 500, and escalate the numbers and say, oh my God, it's COVID-19, when the fact is most people carry around the virus inside of them. As David Icke says, it's not the virus that kills you, it's the multiplication of the numbers. It's the amplification of the numbers in your body that kills you. It's when the virus increases in your body. Now, my personal experience is when my temperature increases, I get inflamed tissue, inflamed organs, and so on, throat, lungs. So the increase in temperature seems to accelerate the growth of bacteria and viruses in the body. It provides the environment in which the bacteria grows. So is that the reason why people are dying out so quickly? Keep in mind that they're dying of heart attacks and pneumonia, but heart attacks can be caused by directed energy weapons in a matter of seconds. I've demonstrated that. So these are not conspiracy theories. It's not coming from paranoia. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. So my question is, are the world leaders being raped, or are they really being infected with COVID-19? And the symptoms that they're experiencing is a result of COVID-19. So keep in mind that rape is initiation into the satanic cult, right? They rape you. If it's not done physically, it's done remotely to initiate you. It's a form of initiation. So is it what we are experiencing? Is it a satanic initiation process? And then, of course, we're all going to get chipped. We're going to get a certificate saying that we had all the vaccines and it's all clear. Just like the cops give me all clear. When reports are submitted about me, the cops investigate and they give me an all clear and they make announcements about me, but none of this has been disclosed to me. There's never been any mental diagnosis. If somebody declared me mentally ill, it's all part of PK's Chinese trafficking rings agenda, because none of it has been disclosed to me. Is COVID-19 being properly disclosed to us? Are the numbers real? There's a lot of parallels to one experiment and the other. What I'm suspecting is the other. If the Chinese traffickers are experimenting at 25 Bamberg Circle, and you better believe Omar Rampersad is not the only one who's been affected here. There's tons of other people who's on the list. Tons of them, as a result of 9/11, especially brown-skinned people. But now everybody could be a terrorist, blonde, blue-eyed. Doesn't matter, you could be a terrorist. So everybody could be put on a list. If it's not one list, it's another list. But on some list, you're on some list. So by now, everyone are targets. Everyone are targets. Therefore, we are all to be subjected to the same program that Omar Rampersad was subjected and it's being subjected to. This is the whole idea. So I'll end there. $25. See that pulse of 25 there? That's my obliques. So somebody's logged in right now, or more, maybe more than one. And then the pulses go up and down, up and down, up and down in the same spot. So by the time a half an hour elapses, it gets really, really painful in that spot. So right now the obliques are being hit, and it's really painful. And you can actually feel the energy on your body. It's like it's a pressure, a burning pressure on the skin. So I heard that the cops have another warrant for me. I heard that the worker was working in the loading dock, subcontracting, working with the residents on the floor, was looking at my tweets and listening to my songs, called ambulance based on that. So because I'm being monitored, I heard, for suicidal tendencies. So this is the kind of communistic practices that's being done at 25 Bamberg Circle. The Chinese and the people who are working with them, the residents and the traffickers, are practicing communism. These signals is evidence of my being tracked inside of my home. So they're looking at you share inside of your home. You have no privacy. And they're disciplining you based on what you do inside of your house. 5G could do that. 5G sees through walls and steel. So with 5G, you have no privacy. You have absolutely no privacy. So somebody could be sitting at a computer and hitting you with these weapons, or just turning up the power around you based on what they see and hear. You have a shadow, just like I have a shadow, and I'm being passed around because I'm being used to practice, to train. But it's interesting to note that the people who are using me to get trained are dying like flies of heart attacks, strokes, and cancers, which is all part of radiation, could be a part of the effects of radiation. They're all dying, they're dropping like flies. Just like people are dropping like flies from the COVID-19, presumably. Is it the virus, or is it a combination of the virus and the use of directed energy weapons to kill them off quickly before anybody figures out what's going on? So the Chinese criminals, maybe not all of them, but the people who are taking part in it, have the contract with the criminal organization that goes under the name of the New World Order. So Al-Qaeda have an equivalent in the West or globally that's called the New World Order. These people belong to a criminal network that is doing this. So I'll stop there.